to the webinar series presented by Méndez University. As you know, Méndez University is a global member of our Chamber of Commerce, the Global Trade Chamber. And every month, they present seminars related with different topics, different industries in different sectors. Seminars that are going to help you to improve in different aspects of your life. Whatever you do, business, education, health, or any other empowerment, you need to watch and follow all the webinars that Adjunct Méndez is presenting every month to us, because that is helping you tremendously to improve in the, maybe I would say, some weaknesses that you may have that you can improve through these seminars presented with Adjunct Méndez. And today is not an exception. We have a special guest. I actually was talking to her about the school, because it happens that she was teaching, she's still teaching at the school where I used to teach before, which is one of the branches for Adjunct Méndez. So let me tell you more about our guest. Dr. Nancy Arcelay Vargas is a dedicated educator and leader with extensive experience in health service management and education of social and community services. With a career spanning over 2 decades, Dr. Arcelay Vargas has made a significant contribution to academia, curriculum development, and community health initiatives. Currently, she serves as an Adjunct Faculty at Méndez University that actually now is over 18 years. And she's also very committed to help in education and in health. In addition to her teaching roles, Dr. Arcelay also has worked as a consultant in curriculum development for other universities, helping shape future healthcare professionals' educational experiences. And as you can see, Dr. Arcelay is very knowledgeable in education, in health, and today she's going to do a very nice presentation related with the community impact. And I want to introduce you now, Dr. Arcelay. Welcome.
Thank you very much for that nice introduction. I am a passionate of community service. I love to teach my students and to see how they evolve to become nice professionals and visionaries and an agent of change for the community. This is not a philosophy that I only have. I am empathetical with the philosophy of Adjunct Méndez University. Since 7 decades, our pioneer Adjunct Méndez was a visionary of community services and the particular needs of education in Puerto Rico. This ambition and this desire to help the community evolved to here, United States, at Florida, South Florida campus. We can see how we can create and empower our students to address the particular needs, not only of Hispanic communities, but also other communities, other ethnicities that want to add and enrich the particular needs of the community, especially in vulnerable populations. So I am really, really in love with this kind of programs.
I love it.
And you will see what our students have been doing in the master's degree in education in social community services.
So Dr. Arcelay, tell us more about the presentation. What you're gonna introduce today?
Well, today I'm going to show you how our students develop projects addressing particular needs of Floridian communities. It is very interesting because I integrate not only the expectancies of our students to become agents of change, managers, visionaries of what our community needs, but also we are integrating the expectancies of our leaders, the expectancies of the community. And this symbiosis of both the students' desire to become a professional and the leaders to obtain the professionals they are expecting to suffice the particular needs of the community is really amazing. And I'm going to show you how these projects impact the community. Let me tell you something. The master degree program in education in social and community services is a non-traditional curricula because it's based on the community needs, and that's what I'm going to show you.
Beautiful.
Well, as you very well see, is community impact, Master in Education in Social Community Service from the students, and how these projects impact the community particular needs. Okay, well, our agenda for today is the importance of planning. I think we need more programs, not only the master degree program in education, in social and community service, but many other curriculum of different disciplines that can analyze the community particular needs and plan over that. Because we need programs that can provide employment to our students. So what this program do is to build confidence and engage students to leadership skills for community change. And we also are going to discuss engaging the community to align community expectancies from the academia, because as I told you, we integrate in this curriculum the particular needs of the students to become a professional. And most of our students are diverse, has diverse ethnicities with an educational background. They bring this educational background, adapt to our curriculum, and go to obtain experience in the community and to learn from the expectancies and particular needs of the community. Also, I want to show you what leaders and community is saying about the impact of this program and what the students are saying about the program as well. Why it is important to plan? There's many programs that sometimes doesn't have the relevancy for andragogy. Andragogy is just to teach adults learner. And adult learners always are related, programs that are related to what they can do with the education and knowledge that they acquire. So the program aligned Méndez University mission of addressing the particular needs of our community, especially Hispanic communities, to break out of the culture of silence and address the problems and issues concerning in their various communities. Sometimes we design curriculum and we really don't know what the community needs. What is the employment that is outside for our students when they graduated? So this is our purpose, to address the vulnerable population that have issues that needs to be empowered, because the planning is not only in paper. The planning is engaging the community to solve their own problems. In community development, the students develop critical thinking skills, exploring the community needs, while the project participant must build confidence and trust in themselves and the community. This is not easy. They have to develop their soft skills in order to have good relationships with leaders of the community, to understand the organizational culture, in order to adapt, to obtain to obtain and observe what is going on in those communities, doing a SWOT analysis and preparing priorities that could be very relevant to that community. And one of the soft skills that we have to empower our students is the power of communication. The most effective communication change is the communication planning. We need to know the audience. We need to know who are the community leaders, where they could provide the students the skills to sell their ideas to the leaders and to motivate them to drive the change the students are seeking. This means the leaders has to understand what are the new ways of working needs from each of them and why. Any internal communication plan can build awareness of what is happening to promote its benefits. And that's, for that, they have to do a communication planning. In the relationships and experience in the practicum, and as long as they know the community, they start building confidence, engaging students to leadership skills for community change. The program standard for change management leads the student skills into a multi-phase process where students justify and recommend to professional change managers to design strategies, plan for, and execute organizational change. Once they identify the priorities, they go through this process. Students evaluate change impact and organizational readiness. They have to clearly define the change and vision for the future. Every time that they develop a project, the mission, vision, and objectives has to be aligned to the mission and vision of that community or that organization. They assess all the factors related to the change. They analyze all the stakeholders affected. They consider how the organization operates in order to align whatever project to the organizational culture. They formulate and justify the change management strategy. They develop a detailed change management plan and present it to the leaders, to the executive board first before they start deciding if it's going to be implemented or not. They execute the change management plan, complete the change management efforts, and present reports at the end of the practicum, providing conclusions and recommendations if necessary. Confidence building strategies is not easy. Students' reflection and learning from experience, including failures, are powerful strategies for maximizing self-confidence. Students in the practicum volunteer in healthcare organizations and social organizations, interchange their experiences, allowing students to reflect on their achievements, challenges faced, and lessons learned throughout their engagement. They celebrate success and acknowledge personal growth through all these practicum experience. The impact of this program in community and social community services is really relevant. Let's see if the video can be shown. The thing is that one of the managers, Niurka Tekesheli, of the Behavioral Center of South Florida, sent a video indicating their satisfaction with the student Pedro Felix Camposaco Hurtado's performance in the practicum. His project was a community intervention model, a marketing approach in the Behavioral Center of South Florida Agency. And let's see if we can...
Buena doctora, ¿cómo está? Aquí estoy con mi amiga Niurka.
Hola doctora, mucho gusto saludarle nuevamente.
Bueno, mire, como habíamos quedado con usted de acuerdo en hacerle un video de lo que era la presentación del trabajo final y del trabajo de intervención dentro de la agencia. Niurka desgraciadamente no tiene ahorita mucho tiempo, estuvimos revisando la documentación que faltaba y bueno, se la dejo porque ella quiere hablar con usted.
Claro que sí. Pues bueno, encantada de saludarla otra vez. Qué pena que no pudo ser en persona, que yo disfruté tanto esa reunión que tuvimos anteriormente. Pues Pedro continuó con nosotros trabajando, hizo su presentación, nos presentó el informe. Pues quedamos complacidísimos, al mismo nivel que estábamos en el momento que usted vino. Y obviamente vimos los cambios las áreas donde pedimos que Pedro mejorara, pues definitivamente lo pudo poner en práctica y demostró los cambios positivos. Así que estamos contentísimos. Tanto es así que la compañía está considerando el poder ofrecerle a Pedro una posición con nosotros de manera permanente, y bueno, esperemos que sí, que se pueda concretar esto y que Pedro pueda continuar trabajando para la compañía. Pues nada, yo quedo agradecidísima de la oportunidad que nos dio el centro, y obviamente el participar Pedro con nosotros ha sido una experiencia que nos va a quedar por siempre, nos ha servido de mucho. Nos ayudó muchísimo Pedro también a identificar áreas donde nosotros necesitábamos algunas mejoras, y no solamente eso, sino su conocimiento y experiencia nos ha sido de mucho apoyo aquí al grupo. Y bueno, esperemos, como le digo, que podamos continuar trabajando con él. Igual nos gustaría en el futuro poder continuar trabajando con la institución, y bueno, que sigamos teniendo este tipo de experiencia con sus estudiantes. Muchísimas gracias.
Here, other engaging project that they presented to the community. One of them was the RCMA community, Redland Christian Migrant Association community. This project enrolled teachers for immigrant schools, and the student Elizabeth Del Rio was empowered by RCMA to be a coach for those interested of becoming a teacher. What they do is that they teach the strategies in order to empower those people that come from other countries that were teachers in order to become a teacher in the United States. Nowadays, she's working the whole Florida, the whole Floridian schools for immigrants. Because one of the necessities that they have is that they don't have teachers due to the fact that they pay, I think, more or less $15 to $20 an hour. And they were scared to not fulfill the expectancies as a teacher. So she runs all the schools from North Florida, Central Florida, and South Florida, with people that are relevant to the immigrants, to the same ethnicity, in order to empower them to become teachers here in the United States. The other one was a STEP Behavior Agency Advocacy for Insurance Denial, billing errors, and documentation that another student, Teresita Machado, developed. In this case, the student identified that the people that were doing billing and coding for mental health were not well prepared. So she identified leaders in the community, other universities that can provide this kind of services, and empower the employees that this company has to enhance their billing and coding performance so they can have a return of investment. This was a very amazing program, and the manager from this company was very satisfied with Teresita Machado and was hired. Teresita was hired to that company. The other one was the Step Ahead program. This is a fundraising for transportation and increased enrollment at the center. Why? This is a non-traditional school for people with special needs. There's a need in Hialeah of supporting this program. And one of the issues was that they don't have funds for transportation. So he developed a gala in order to use all the leaders surrounding the school to support the funding, and they call it the Stepfathers of a Step Ahead program. It was very funny, but they gained the money in order to obtain the transportation required, because most of the kids do not enroll in the program due to the fact that they don't have anyone that can transport them to the school. This was another program that I fall in love. This was developed by Victoria Rodriguez. The project was a strategic planning for potty training tools kit at Miami Diapers Bank. Do you know that 5.8 million of babies aged 3 or younger live in low-income families? One of the things that impressed me is 1 out of 3 families struggle to buy diapers. Babies need 5 to 10 diapers per day, which means $100 that they do not have, and food stamps cannot be used for diapers. What she developed is an opportunity because of the trending of immigrants coming to our states. She developed this potty training, so those that are more those kids that are 3 or 4, teach them for the potty training and allow space for those that are newcomers in the States. So it is a very humble project where they were very satisfied with Victoria Rodriguez, and there's a lot of companies that are donating diapers and also they are receiving the information for potty training. More, I told you that I was passionate with the projects our students are doing in the master's degree. We have here social inclusion project for Camilo's house, and this was developed for 3 students, Alicia Faur, Maria Pileggi, and Dayara Serrano. In this case, they want to address those people, homeless people, to find at least transitory housing and at least find a health insurance plan that can assist them with their health issues. In Habitat for Humanity of Greater Miami, Diana Rivera, Teresita Machado, Elizabeth Del Rio, and Carlos Garcia developed a program targeted for immigrants, for elderly, for disabled, and for professional moms with kids that are aspiring to get a home. Unfortunately, single moms or single parents, and we can have a man too, with their income, sometimes they cannot afford to buy a house. In this program, they designed a project where the land that was donated can be divided in these targeted groups, and the townhouses is not going to be more than $150,000. So this is and they found some grants as well that can support this population in order to get their own home. And the third project was developing plan to involve community work for JARF. JARF program is Juvenile Addiction Receiving Facility. And this program is for adolescents. And Ovidio Abreu Tatabul, Lianet Perez González, Laritza Marti Moreno, and Amanda Costa Gastel designed a program so the adolescent can feel welcome when they need that kind of services. The fourth project that impressed me was Alzheimer Community Support Strategic Plan by Ivania Chirino, Arlene Valdez, and Elena del Castillo. Do you know that Alzheimer disease is increasing in more younger ages? So this is a situation that we have to address as a public health professional. So they develop a program where they can support the family in order to understand the progress of this kind of disease. And they start doing education in Cano Health and developing and identifying those people that were isolated and perhaps they need to receive food, to clean their houses, and find the support to make a respite for the families that are taking care of these patients. The fifth program was development plan to involve low-income community work at school by Maria Vides. Maria designed a character program. So the students, since the very beginning in elementary school, can develop character, can develop values and principles in order to protect themselves and avoid drug addiction, avoid all social issues that you can find at school. They develop some programs where they can be empowered to demonstrate the leadership skills that they might have in order to feel that they are useful for their society. Any project as simple as possible is a big project. In this case, Alicia Ford developed the wise word for Catholic hospice. A hospice is a place where people are in the final in the final term of life. So are people that is going to pass away. And sometimes the family doesn't know how to accompany these people. The family doesn't know what to say. And she developed some words like, we are here, we love you, we are here to help. And there's a lot of other words, very interesting, that the chaplain of the Catholic hospice was impressed. She contributed with that brochure, and not only the chaplain but also the family appreciated, because they thought that this was very important, because sometimes they don't know what to do. Okay, what you see here is the enrollment in the master degree program in education and social community service since fall 2021. As you can see, I start this program with 7 students, and now at spring of 2024, we have 35. We are really proud that this is growing. We are really proud that the program is maximizing their philosophy of addressing the particular needs of the community and to provide professionals, agent of change, managers, agent of change with a vision to assist the community particular needs. I am very proud of this program. I want to finish this presentation with 2 quotes. The first one is from Albert Einstein that said, only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. And the other one is the Jeff Warner. He says, we are not put on this earth for ourselves, but are placed here for each other. If you are there always for others, then in time of need, someone will be there for you. And thank you very much for this opportunity. I think we can maximize our philosophy of serving others with this type of programs. Next slide. And you have my contact here. Is Arcelay N1 at agmu.edu, and my phone number 305-773-8067. It was a pleasure to be with you all.
Dr. Arcelay, definitely this is a very interesting topic, because it teaches the importance of not just going to school and learn, but also to see how you can actually apply what you learn. Sometimes we believe that, especially now, some young generations are not as excited as before to go to school because they don't believe that the degree is important. But with this presentation, we showed the opposite. We show that going to school is actually positive because it has good impact in the community. It has good impact in your life, and you can apply and execute what you learn at school. So I have a first question. My question is, all these projects that you were mentioning and presenting are actually projects that the students were able to execute, or they were developing the project, but the executing part is still, in progress.
No, they have 100 hours of practice. They have to go to a place and they decide the place. We are not going to decide for them. They introduce the place to the coordinator, and the coordinator make the paperwork in order to assist to that area. And it's really interesting to see that they have to introduce themselves. They have to do a letter of intent. They have to be interviewed by the manager, and they have to be accepted. So all this previous coordination has to be previous to the course. And this course has 3 months. It is 14 weeks that they have to do all these things.
Oh, wow, that's very, very interesting. So then once they select the company, they do the project for this company, it's up to the company, I guess, to implement the project, or they know when to implement the project, I assume.
Yes, and I introduced myself to the manager, and there is an assessment by me to see how they are evolving. It's a progressive assessment, and at the end, the supervisor, the manager that is in charge of them, knows and do the final assessment. So
And
the assessment is.
The different programs are also, I was gonna say this, I'm sorry I interrupted, but I was gonna forget this project also has some challenges, and if they have challenges, the school prepares the student to deal with these challenges?
Yes, because these are building projects. Let me tell you, there's other courses that I teach how to develop a plan, how to identify problems, how to interact with the statistics and everything, so they can justify the relevancy of the problem that they are going to confront or to see in the real world. So in 2 or 3 previous courses, they do building project as well, reviewing the literature, reviewing the situation, finding the statistics, all the stuff, so they can know the steps that they have to apply in the real world.
That's it. And then the other question that I assume is important when you do a project, especially if you want to implement this project in the real life, or to help the communities, is about the funding. How the students can fund the project to be able to cover the expenses of implementing or actually planning this project.
Well, I invite them to go to Miami grants. There's a lot of grants, believe it or not. And nowadays, if you search in the internet, you will see a lot of companies that are in need of volunteers, in need of internship and externships, in order to suffice the particular needs those community leaders has. So one of the assignments that they have is to search other organizations that can assist, because one of the things that I always empower our students is to have a lot of community supporters, of community alliances that can assist them and expand even the service. Because if you make and reunite two companies that can have a service that the other company doesn't have, and you can make those to get together and integrate those services, my friend, you expand the services, reducing costs and making the people understand that we have to make interoperability of services. We cannot work isolated. If we work in collaboration, everything goes better.
And this program can be applied for any industry, or the company has to be in a specific sector. Like
No, imagine we have hospice, we have mental health, we have as you see in Camposaco, that the service that he made was marketing the service, and the purpose of him was not only to assess the patients that they have, but also to assess if in the family they have the same pattern of issues. So the marketing was targeted to increase the enrollment for the organization that they were doing, and was a marketing plan with some activities where they can have an open house, they can meet the therapists, they can meet the administrators, they can assist them to find ways to pay the service. It's very interesting, believe it or not.
Wow, I'm very surprised with all the possibilities that you provide students, but at the same time, all the opportunities for companies to look for this type of programs that are free, basically, for them, and they should start looking. Sometimes it's so hard to find the right human resources to execute projects, but what about using students that can, put as much as emphasis as any other professional, and they can help a lot with the real cases and come up with solutions for a specific company programs. So once again, remember, if you want to contact or you have more questions for Dr. Arcelay today, she shared the contact information with us, but also we're going to be putting on the screen with her email address and also the phone number. And if you want to learn more about all the different programs that Ana G. Méndez has to offer, remember to visit the website, and we're going to share also on the screen. They have online programs, they have in-person programs, they have bilingual programs, English and Spanish, just English. So this school is very, I would say, diverse in the ways they can teach, and they welcome everybody, the Hispanic community, non-Hispanic, so you don't really need to worry about your ethnicity or background because this school has for everything, for everybody, everything, right?
Yes. Let me tell you something. When my students make a lot of organizations that can expand the services, especially for immigrants, I don't know if I am allowed to say it, but I always invite them to go to Florida Foreign Trade Association, who is paying Google Scholarship for project management, digital analysis in Spanish and English, cybersecurity, digital marketing, how to develop, how to be an entrepreneur in the digital world. So, and these, they provide the scholarship, and they can do, they can facilitate those immigrants to, with a job bank, and it's nationwide approval. So my students are agents of change, and duplicating is a multiplier agent of all the resources that we can get in contact.
Beautiful, beautiful. So please remember, for everybody that's watching this webinar, to contact Dr. Arcelay. I'm sorry, I keep saying Araceli. And she's gonna definitely guide you on what you need. She's a faculty member of the school, so whatever question you have regarding these programs or even the school, please don't hesitate to contact Dr. Nancy Arcelay. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure meeting you and actually seeing you. It's been a while since
Yes, I know.
when we saw each other, right? It was like back in 2000 something.
Yes.
This is gonna be just the first series of several presentations that you can do for us and educate our community much more. Thank you so
Oh,
much for all our audience. See you next time and have a good day.
a pleasure.